Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Wemimo. For those of you who don't know my name, and I'm also known as that mom of five. Thank you so much for coming in here. I thought we've got a lovely topic to discuss today, so I thought I'll come in here and chat with you in regards to that. Like, if you are new on my channel and you have not yet subscribed, please click on that notification bell. Click on that notification bell so that you get notified of times that I drop a new video. So so that you get notified of every time I upload a new video. And if you are new here and we've not yet introduced ourselves to one another, feel free to do so, and I will definitely be coming to visit you after this program. So thank you, KG Care for KG Care World for coming. I really appreciate you. I think you were here on my last live. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate that. And I also have Iyala J Makeup and Gele. Oh my God, this woman! I attended a wedding last year in London, and she tied one of my geles. Oh my God, that gele is one in town, and it can only be one Iyala J that will tie that gele. That gele is absolutely like, if you move too close to me, I will have used my head to do like this to just move you out of the way. That girl is good. And if you're anywhere around her, if you have any occasion, she is the best for you. Like, she will tie your gilly. Like, people will be asking you who tie that gilly. So yeah, that Yalaji makeup angle is very, really is she's a lovely woman. And she's there again. Thank you for coming in here. And I'm gonna try and welcome everybody as they come in for the first 5 minutes, and then we'll dive into the topic we have for today. So I also have M&S Beauty Concept, Maggie Sede. Is that how to pronounce it? Maggie. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to murder your name. Thank you for coming. As you come in, please give me a like and leave me a comment as well. And like I said, if you have a community, kindly share me out. I really appreciate this. And because I know you all are here to support one another, and I really appreciate the fact that you are here to support me. So if you have a community, kindly share me out, and I really appreciate it. So I'm just welcoming everybody on the show for the first 5 minutes before we dive in for today's topic. And if anybody wanna come in as a guest, please let me know in the comments so I can invite you, because I believe we are all majority of us are going to be moms in the house. And if there are dads as well in the house, and you want me to invite you to this into this live stream, please do let me know, and so we could talk, because I think this topic I've got here involves everybody. It shouldn't just be just one person. So I've also got Kingsley Egbodikeogu. Thank you for coming here. Oh, that's Basic Concepts. Thanks, Basic Concepts, for coming in here. I really do appreciate. I never thought you guys were going to be able to make it, because I mean, evening period, that's when we are quite busy with our kids. Thank you so much for those of you who are here. And as you come in, kindly give me a like, and I really appreciate it. And try and make friends in the comment section. If there's anybody who you're not friends with, kindly introduce yourself to one another and make friends. It's a wide platform, so let's learn, or let's make use of it. So I'm just welcoming everybody on here. We'll do that for the next. I mean, we've got another less than 2 minutes to go, so I'm going to welcome everyone here for the 5 minutes. So another 2 minutes to go, and then we will dive into the topic for this evening. And if you, like I said, if you want to take part in this chat, if you want to come in as a guest, please do let me know. And then I think some the last live I had the last time, someone told me how to invite someone here as a guest. Then I will invite you, and then you can input your own part into into this live stream. And I'm aiming for us to be here for an hour. I wouldn't want to hold anybody for too long. It's just a quick live stream. I mean, I thought about this chat this morning when I was having a shower, and I thought, yeah, let us let us have a chat about it. So yeah, well, that's the basic concept there. I, mommy of boys, mommy of footballer boys. When you start making that money, you know I'm in Glasgow, and me, if you don't want to come, I will come and look for you. So you're not gonna chop all that football money alone. So thank you for coming, basic concept. I really appreciate you. And I've also got welcome home mom lifestyle and organizing. Oh wow. And that name. How did you come about that name? Anyways, I don't want to waste too much time. So welcome home mom lifestyle and organizing. Thanks for coming in. And then I've also got comfort zone lifestyle. Thank you for coming. I know you must be very, very tired because I believe you've just joined me straight after work. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Right. Like I said, today's this evening's chat is about parenting, as in parenting. And my question is that should both parents be hot? I mean, should both parents be cold? So when I talk in terms of parenting, I believe we are all moms in the house. So let's try and chip in. If you want to join me as a guest, please do let me know. And any of your comments, if I see, I'll try and read them and then pin it on here. So as you all know, I mean, I've not hidden this at any time. Um, as you all know, I'm a mom of 5 kids, and I am here in the UK, precisely in Glasgow, with my husband. So, even for the fact that we're a family, parenting could be quite hard, especially in this country. And I think I'm just going to probably share a short story. Hopefully, it's not going to be too TMI. When it comes to parenting, like in terms of my own opinion, I believe I feel both parents should not be cold. That is, they should not allow, like, they should not always let the kids have their way. Because when we were all growing up, and I believe majority of us can attest to this, when we're all growing up, I would say my upbringing then is much more better than parenting of nowadays. Why I said so was that nowadays even parents can't even talk to their kids, and then the kids will just walk off. I mean, I remember, obviously I'm from a large family as well, and even till now, I would say I am more terrified of my mom than my dad. Yes, I am more terrified of my mom than my dad. And the reason is that I remember growing up, there was a time I was walking down, I mean, I was walking down the streets and I saw my mom coming, and oh my god, I almost peed on myself because one, she would ask me where I was going, and two, who did I tell, and stuff like that. So I'm terrified of my mom. And I guess the reason is because my mom is a no nonsense. Like, she will give you the beating of your life for a tiny mistake like that. Just do it, just commit any tiny small mistake like that. My mom will give you the beating of your life. Like, she will use anything around her to show you that she is your mother, and whatever she tells you is what you will do. But my dad don't get upset, like doesn't get angry or doesn't um physically, let's say in terms of parenting, it's not that physical when it comes to us. I mean, growing up, I can't count, maybe it's not even countable. I can't remember when or how many times my dad actually maybe physically punished me. But my mom, oh God, like countless times, countless times. Like, my mom will give you the beating, like she will discipline you at any slight thing you do, like this. And my dad too could be like, in his own case, when he's angry, nothing can stop him. But he's not quick. He's not the kind of a parent who is quick to anger. Welcome, faithful faith. Thanks for joining us here. And as you can tell from the title there, our discussion this evening is in regards to parenting, and the question is: should both parents be cold, especially if you're training kids in the abroad? If you're training kids in the abroad, feel free to chip in. Feel free to chip in. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's Stacy's vlog again. Thanks, Stacy's vlog, for coming in. You are now my American sister, if I'm not mistaken. That's you again. Welcome, welcome for joining me. So as I was saying, like, growing up, being the first girl, I can't actually remember any time my dad actually physically punished me. There might be the, like, go and kneel down there, like, that punishment they will give us, like, you stool down with a finger and then you raise your leg up. Maybe if you do that for an hour, by the time you do that for an hour, you're already crying the entire ocean. So I would say that's pretty much the kind of punishment my dad will give. But in terms of physical punishment, I leave that to my mom. Like my mom will discipline you at any slight mistake like this. And then that brings me back to like training kids or parenting kids here in the abroad, wherever you may be in the abroad. Like we can't actually compare the training or upbringing we had to how parenting is nowadays. Nowadays you can't even like pinch your child and then you start getting what you're not supposed to get. You can't even talk at kids and then they are talking back at you. I mean, I remember growing older, before you leave home to go to school in the morning, if you don't do your morning chores, you're not going anywhere. If you don't like do your dishes, I mean, this is me speaking from experience. If when I wake up in the morning, I probably get the habit of waking up very early in the morning from my mom because we wake up 5 o'clock in the morning because you have to get to school before 9 o'clock. And when you have to take two buses to get to school, you know that if you're still at home at 8 o'clock, you're not going to get to school before 9 o'clock. So I pretty much grabs that habit of getting up very early in the morning. And in a Nigerian home or African home, if you don't wash your dishes in the morning before, you won't be able to go to school. Oh. If you don't sweep the entire compound in the morning, you're sure not ready to go to school. Like if you don't complete all of these tasks, you definitely don't want to go to school because one, you won't even eat, talk less of even getting transport fare to school. So that was the kind of upbringing I had, and I wouldn't call it um harsh or hard in any way. But if you want to implement such thank you, People's Show TV. That is our able admin there. She's a lovely lady. Like I said last time, she does things selflessly. I love her to bits. Like I love her to bits, and she's my adopted sister now. But I actually don't know who is older. I believe she's older, or she should be my senior sister. Thanks for coming anyway. So as I was saying, so we can compare the kind of upbringing we had during our own time to how parenting is nowadays. Like so for example, in my own home, I would say my kids are scared of me. So that brings us back to, should both parents be cold? My kids are terrified of me. I don't know why. Maybe because I am a no nonsense mom. They're terrified of me. So if they were to come to ask for something, okay, for example, my daughter was asking me about something. She was going to come speak to me about something. And she was like, oh, never mind. And I was like, come back. You already told me you wanted to talk to me about something. You wanted to ask me for something. And the reason why she said never mind was because she already knew what the answer to what she was going to come to speak to me about. She already knew the answer to that. But she still want to come. She still want to come ask. So she will hear the original response from me. So she did ask the question, and I'm like, well, I guess now you understood. I mean, I guess you understood why. I now understood why you said never mind that. It's a no. And then they would, most times they will go to their dad, like they will speak to their dad over I mean, in regards to like speak to their dad about anything. And their dad too is not cold, but they definitely don't want to see the other side of their dad, because if they see the other side of their dad, oh my god, they know all else is let loose. Like, but for me, I know that for sure. Like they are terrified of me. Like at times when they come asking me for something, and I roll my eyes, they know that they've stepped their boundaries. So I'm not saying that in a way that that is it's bad that a parent should be hot. I think one parent should be warm and one parent should be cold, because if we are both cold, honestly, I don't know what will be the outcome of such child. Because and then again, the way both parents will actually help in raising such kid is that if one parent is hot on their neck and the child is questioning why that parent is being hot on their neck, I believe it's the responsibility or the duty of the other parent who is called to say, you know what, you know why your mom is like that, your mom is like this because this is how it is. Like it will kind of like the other parent will kind of like come in a way to make the child see more reason as to why a certain parent is actually hurt, or as to why the other parent is saying this. So it's like when one is hot, then the cold water will just dribble over a little bit to like say why things is that way. Because I remember at times like my daughter, she was like, I don't know why mommy did that, mommy said that. And I'm like, come, like you guys have it easy. You guys have it easy nowadays. Like normally the kids nowadays in this country, they wake up, they have their alarm on to wake up for like 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Then that alarm will go off quarter past six and you don't hear the shower. Half six in the morning, you don't hear the shower. And then 7 o'clock, you're like, are these kids actually going to go to school? Whereby I have to get out of my bed to go knock on their door and say, did you not hear your alarm going off? And then like, oh mommy, I heard the alarm. So that's them. They go into the bathroom, 7 o'clock, have a shower, then the next thing into the kitchen, fixing breakfast. They're not even they're not even they're not even doing any kind of chores. Come for Lizo, what link is that? What link are you talking about? Please let me know because I don't understand. What link is that? Is it an invite link? Do you want to come on? Do you want me to invite you? Let me see if I can put it here. Uh, let's see if the link. I saw a link there. I've just put it in the thing. I'm sure that's a link. Give it a try. Comfort zone. So I don't know if that's it, but I saw a link when I click on the invite. All right, you got it. So I've got another sister here. We've got Hey TV. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you guys. Please, moms, I believe you're all moms in the house. Drop your comments here and I'll be putting them on the screen so we can chat over it. And if anyone wants to comment as well, let me know. I'll drop the link in the chat section there. So thanks for coming, Hey TV. And then I've got one here, Oluwatoyin Rotimi. That's my lovely sister. She recently launched so Oluwatoyin Rotimi, she recently launched a natural skincare line. I will leave Instagram handle in the comment section here. I think she's called Stowing Natural. She's called TY Natural Skincare on Instagram. TY Natural Skincare. I'll leave a name on the comment section there. You guys need to patronize her. You can shop online. I've tried one of our a few of our natural bar soap. They are really, really good. They smell lovely. I'm just gonna post Instagram handle here. That's what her Instagram handle. She's called TY Natural Skincare. She's on Instagram. And I think if you type TY Natural Skincare into Google, you'll be able to go straight onto our website. And I think she's got 15% on for Black Friday now. So you can use that to try our product for the first time. Right, okay. Faithful Faith said, the one that is coach should explain and make the child understand why. Exactly. That's my thought. I totally agree with you, Faithful Faith. Because at times, see, when I'm bringing stool with my kids like that, my husband will be like, mommy, like try and say that hot fire is too much, like temper mercy with justice. Like, and again, see, with the way this world is going, especially when you're training kids in the abroad, in my own opinion, I would rather train my kids back home in Nigeria as compared to here. Because when you're even talking to a kid at time, because they are as tall as you, and you are talking to them and they are talking back at you. When I was growing up, I dare not talk back at my parents when they're talking to me. Or maybe you've done something and they're trying to make you see reason that you've done something. I dare not talk back while my parents are talking to me. But kids of nowadays, you're talking to them saying, "Oh, you've done this," and they're like, "Cha cha 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 cha," back again. And then because they're almost as tall as you, you can't even raise your hands up because if you do that, you're in trouble. I mean, you are in trouble. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, Faithful Faith, that the colder one should kind of like allow, like when the other one is hotter, the colder one will come in maybe at another time to say to the kid, like, you know what, I need you to understand why the other parent, I mean, who was colder was this way. It has to be like that. I mean, to make them understand, definitely, I agree with you, Faithful Faith. I definitely agree with you. And Welcome Home Mom Lifestyle and Organizer says it's a balancing act parenting, but gives the kid the ability to communicate their emotions or see different emotions to manage others when they are forming them outside the house, outside the home. Yeah, if I'm to understand that, like, yeah, is both of us have to balance listening to kids, like definitely to express their emotions. At some point, I think I have to learn from that as well. At some point, I used to kind of like shut my daughter up, but now I've actually allowed her express herself more. And nowadays, she takes her time. Like before she comes to me for something, she like have to think twice. All right, okay, comfort life, comfort zone life. So what should I do now? Because I can see you are here. I can see you are here. So if you want to chip in at any time, do let me know, and they'll put that there. So Isatu Studio is here as well. So Comfort Zone, if you have anything to chip in into what I've just if you've got anything to say to this topic we are saying there, I mean in a biblical way, because I've been watching lots of your videos, like reading with me, reading the Bible with me. What are you talking about? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you leave in the message what you want me to do? If you type it in the message, I'll be able to follow what you want me to do. And People Show TV also said parenting children these days is quite challenging, especially because of the internet, too much TV. I agree with you. I agree with you. People Show TV is true. It's true. Like, no, they read so many things. I remember when my I think my oldest or my second oldest, when she was, I think when she was in primary five, that was where they were being taught about human rights. Like they have their own rights, and then she actually came home from school with this leaflet and she pasted it behind her door. Like she has her own rights, that I can't just come into her room. I can't just do that. I can't just do this. And I was like, you're only in primary five. That I wasn't even expecting that they would be taught human rights. Obviously, basic human rights, but not to the extent that my kid came home and started telling me, "Oh, mommy, you can't even come into my room. If you don't knock, you can't come into my room. If I don't want you to come into my room, you're not allowed to come into my room." And I'm like, come, in whose house? In whose house? As long as you eat my food, I can come into your room. So yeah, that was what People Show TV said there. Parenting children these days is quite challenging, especially because of the internet. Definitely because we as a parent, we are trying to tell them based on our experience what we thought is right for them, and then they go online, they go onto the internet, and the media is telling them something else. Definitely, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. And Rotimi Oluwatoyin said, I think that's the way they are taught at school, to make eye contact while talking. Yeah, definitely eye contact. But if you think back to when you were growing up and your dad was talking to you or your mom was talking to you, will you be looking them in the eye? They will even tell you to kneel down while they are talking to you. You can't even think to even look them in the eye. But kids of nowadays, even if you are correcting them for what they've done wrong, they'll be looking directly in the eye, like, yes, it's the eye. They'll be looking at you. And looking you in the eye, to me, I find it rude from them, because your parent is talking to you. You should be like, maybe probably maybe gazette your face somewhere, or maybe just try and maybe turn your face somewhere else rather than like looking at you in the face, you know. Yeah. And then Oluwarotimi says, back home, you can't make eye contact. Exactly. They never born you well. Make eye contact with you. You want to make eye, like my mom, make eye contact with her. She will tell you that you are looking at her the wrong way. And because you are looking at her the wrong way, she will like give you correct beating on top of that. She will give you correct beating on top of that. Right. People Show TV said it's good for both parents to be two-sided, but cold and all. Definitely, definitely. I mean, there are times when if my husband is on the side of the other side, at times like my body can actually take when he's on the other side. I'll be like using Yoruba to tell him that, oh, that's enough, but he would go. But my husband would kind of like temper down. But for me, it takes me a while to kind of like temper down, especially when you believe that a child that you like, they've lived with you and you're actually not expecting them to act the way they've acted. So with me, when my husband is like, oh, like it's okay, it's okay. I'll be like, let me deal with that. Let me deal with that. Let me tell her that I'm the mother. It takes a while. So definitely, it's good for both parents to be two-sided, both cold and hot. Yeah. So that is when you are hot, they are not like hot at the same time. They allow you be hot, and then after you are cool, then they now go to the child to let the child understand why the other parent was hot. So yeah, that's it. Um right, click on screen share. Okay, let me look for screen share. Okay, screen share. Um right. Okay, I've clicked on screen share. Hold on, it's saying something about permission for this or something. I don't understand why this is doing this. I think I need to set that up in a way. It's not allowing me to do that. Share screen. Let me see. Entire screen. That's what I've clicked. Share. Is it working? Comfort. Um, I think there's a setting I need to put in place before it could allow me. I've clicked on that, but it's saying Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Uh, okay. Systems preference. I'm probably going to lose you guys if I think there's a setting I need to put in place to make that work. Because I tried to do it, but it asked me to go into like privacy setting or something like that. Right. Okay. Click on screen share. Right. Okay. I've clicked on screen share screen. You guys should hold on for me, please. I'm trying to get this sorted. It's asking me to do something in the broadcast. Share screen. It's not allowing me doing it. It's not allowing me to do it. Comfort. Uh, it's not allowing me to do it. Comfort. I don't know what to do now. And I was like willing to like get somebody on board here to chat. Because I've actually clicked, but I think there's a setting I need to go do on my laptop. And if I go now, I don't want to leave all of you hanging here while I'm not here. Uh, maybe we probably need to do it for another time. I am sorry, Comfort. I really, really want you to chip in. I really want you to chip in. But any of your suggestions, any of your topics, I'm going to be popping them on the screen, and then we can just from there. I'm sure you guys can read on here. Yeah, where I see my mic, I can see two face. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I got it. At last. Oh wow. Hey, I got it. Oh, no, she's here. No next time. So this is comfort zone lifestyle. Everybody in the house. So she's gonna be chipping into what we've been saying so far. And if any other moms want to come online, please do let me know. Let's make this hour worthwhile. I mean, like I said, no parents knows it all. So, comfort, what have you got to say on this topic so far? We are all listening.
I'm so happy to have you. I'm so happy for you to have me in your channel. I was just sitting down trying to know the right word to say because it
Thank you
was
for
my
not giving
second
up
time
on
using
me.
StreamYard as well.
Thank you for not giving up on me. Yeah, so
No,
based on
no, no, no.
thank you for coming in. I really appreciate. So just like we're saying there, I mean, in terms of parents, like for me, I still find it hard at times.
Like
Like
what I want to say is that what you've been saying, you've actually said everything so far. But the only thing I wanted to say was that it's good for parents to have the good cop and the bad cop. So as parents, the two of you can be hot, hot, hot at the same time.
yeah.
Because the reason why I was very happy to jump into it is because this is what I do in school.
Well,
I've
that's
been,
great.
I am a social care worker and
Oh,
we do lots of what makes kids to be taken off their
Mm,
parents because of the fact that there's no one good adult in the house. So if
mhm,
the two parents are always nagging the kids, so the kids
mhm,
will not feel that the house is a safe place for them to be, because they
mhm.
can't run to this, they can't run to that.
Yeah,
So as a social care worker, we always try to advise parents that there's always a need for a child to have one adult in the house that they can always trust,
yeah,
no matter what is happening
yeah,
outside or within the house. They know that this place is my comfort zone.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's very important for a child to find a comfort in one of the parents, no
yeah,
matter how bad the house environment is.
yeah. Mhm,
As a parent, you need to make your child feel that
mhm.
mom or dad is there with you.
Yeah,
At
mhm,
There will be a time that mom may be crazy, or maybe mom will be stressed that she can't
yeah,
listen to you, but
mhm.
know that dad is there.
Yeah,
And it's not good to always be the hash 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 one. You
yeah,
have to be harsh at time, but
mhm,
at time you have to be soft as well. So it's
yeah.
very good that at some point when the kids know that mom is a no-go area, but just surprise them and you cause mellow down, and you just trust me.
I
It's
mean,
just
I'm just gonna chip in there, like you know what? For me, I'm not really the kind of parent like cuddly, cuddly, cuddly. I'm not a cuddly, cuddly, cuddly parent. So obviously, my husband notices that, and he always kind of like it has this way of like letting me know that. So he would send the kiss him like, "Go give your mom a cuddle." And especially my last daughter, she's 8. She's like, are you sure mommy is not going to say, get away from me, Joe? Like, are you sure mommy is not going to say, what do you want now? Because I know my daughter, when she comes like that, she's probably wants something. Maybe she's trying speaking to the dad, and dad is trying to stylishly send her to me to do that. So when she now gets a hug, then I'll ask her, okay, Maria, what do you want? There's like, mommy actually wanted that. So they were like, oh, are you sure you wouldn't want me to go and hug mommy? Because I'm not really like the touchy, 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 touchy feeling mom. So most of the time they are like that with their dad. And I'm sure some parents will frown at, oh, if you have kids, the mother should be the one, the parent, the kids will come to all the time. I mean, to me, it's not 100%. It doesn't have to necessarily be the mom that the child come to all the time. Like me growing up, I would say most of the time I will go to my dad because like my dad is easygoing. Like I can easily walk up to him and tell him even the things that I might think within me that if I tell my dad, he's gonna go mad. You see, by the time even can imagine when I was about 17, I told him, dad, I now have a boyfriend. He just looked at me like this. On a normal day, somebody that told me that if I catch you with a boy, if I catch you with a boy, and I told him that I have a boyfriend, he just looked at me. Go and tell your mother. My thought was that he will raise hell, he would raise the roof, but none. But I went to my mom. At first, my mom first of all give you that mischievous smile. And I think she kind of like calmed down because she knew I was a girl. Obviously, a girl, you are at that stage. She knew that on a normal day, she would have raised the roof. I know that.
mhm.
I didn't go to meet her the first time. She will have raised the roof. But obviously, she realized that, okay, she's a teenager, da. She knows not to raise the roof. So that was when she kind of like, okay, that's not the way to go. This is the way to go. This is the way to go. So there are times like that. And I definitely understand. So at times I've read things like people saying, oh, you as a woman, your kids, all of your kids should always come to you. So
It
it's
doesn't happen like that all the time, no.
yeah, true, true,
Yeah.
true,
Because there's
true.
always one thing. There's one thing that the kids know, that if I go to mom for that, she
Mm-hmm,
will answer me. And they know that if I go to dad for that, dad will answer me. And one
mm-hmm.
thing we need to understand, that the kids can read our body language more than we adults can read
True,
our body language. So they
true.
know actually when to slip in to say what they want to say, and they know when to back off. So it's important for you to create an environment that no matter what, kids
Yeah,
know me. Because
yeah,
manipulation, kids are the master of manipulation. You
true.
think you are an adult that kids cannot manipulate you, but trust me, trust me, the kids can manipulate you to the fullest. Even
True.
they have you in the tip of their hand like this, they'll be rolling you like this. You are the adult, you will not even know that they are
I know.
rolling
I
you.
have one of my boys is like that because I've got two boys. One of them is like that. That one, you just go, he goes his way like that. And when he's coming, I already know his tactics, and I am ready. Like I am ready, looking at you like, I am ready, bring it on. And then he would just give it out a serious smile, like, mommy, actually, no. And I'm like, no, I know where you're coming from. So just roll back, reverse back. So yeah, it's quite true. It's quite true. In fact,
So
I'm actually
that's
happy that you know what, you are a social worker and you know all these things. So give us all the things out there in terms of parenting.
so that's
So
just it. You just have to make sure that no matter the angle they come to, kids, what they know is that there is boundaries, but they
mhm,
want to test it.
yeah,
They know the boundary is there already, but they just want to look for that moment that they can break the boundaries. So
yeah,
even though you need to tell them that, the one thing I always like to say is that rules are meant to be broken, because
yeah.
if they are not meant to be broken, they will not be there in the first place. So
Mm,
don't be the parents that, oh, because the kids broke the rule, you're going to kill that child. No. Even
true.
you as an adult growing up, remember how many times you broke all the rules they've set aside before you. So because
True.
you're not an adult, you're not a parent, that doesn't mean that you didn't break rules when you were a child like them.
True.
So
True.
one thing parents always do is that they think they are super parents, that they never broke. Look, hey,
We've got somebody else on live here. Full house.
hello sis.
That one of the full house. In fact, we need to do this more. We need to do this more of the time.
I'm enjoying this.
This is another
I'm
parent.
really enjoying this.
You guys are here. Honestly,
I'm really enjoying this.
So
you have to do my
that's
video.
I'm
good.
really enjoying this.
So even me myself, I'm here to learn from you guys, because I have all the theory, but I haven't had the practical yet. You
Oh,
get me? I have the theory in my head bubbling, but I'm not
oh,
yet to
you will do
go
well.
through the practical. So
You will do well with the
I'm
practical.
open to learn
You
the
will do.
theory part of it. I have the theory, so I will learn the practical from you guys.
You will
So
you will definitely do well with the practical. Like you will definitely do well with the practical. My only struggle here is that you know what, especially when you are raising kids in the abroad, there is very very difficult. Like before, I used to like very very fierce. Like I will pull like I'm not gonna put that out there, but I'll be very fair. Like my eyes will be like that. But
mhm.
now I've come to kind of like calm down in a way. But when my kids knows I'm hungry, they know I'm hungry. Like they won't come near me. Like they will just disappear. Like they will just go like that. And there's that I will say, okay, madam, that's enough. Mellow down.
Chill,
Calm down.
babe,
Like
chill, chill.
calm down. If you keep going like this, these kids will come back to you. These kids will come like I'm like, no, they will come back. I know when they will come back to me. I know. I know they will come back. So yeah, it is quite hard.
Difficult. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you, Favor. Have you got
Wow,
something?
I can't believe I'm live.
You
I
have.
can't believe that number 5. I'm coming live first time in your show.
Come and learn from the best. Come and learn from the best. We will teach you how
I'm learning. I'm I'm learning from the ninja. The ninja there.
She's not the real ninja. That's the real ninja in the middle. She's the real ninja. So she was also
Oh
even
my
while I was
I
goodness.
tell
I'm
you,
learning from the
she
ninja.
was
You
already
know,
live stream is so
training
easy.
children
It's
abroad. Can you hear
easy.
me?
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's very
I can't even
easy.
hear
No
myself.
editing, nothing, nothing. Just come up with your topic, sit down,
Yeah.
talk, and it's there. So
Yeah.
the struggle of cutting this, cutting that. The only
I
thing
can't
is
hear
that
myself
you can't
anymore.
edit.
But I
Can
can
you
hear
hear?
you. I can hear
We
you.
can hear
What do
you.
I do?
We can hear you. I saw you try you mute yourself there. Don't click on that mic thing. Just leave it the way it is. But right
And
now we can hear you.
somebody called in and the thing just went.
But I
Oh
can
my
hear you.
god.
I can hear you now. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, but I can't see myself anymore.
Hey, what have you done?
We can see you. I can see that your wig. I'm coming to for that wig.
We can see you and we can
I
hear
can't
you.
hear myself.
We can see you.
Really? So what do I do now?
You don't need to do anything. Just listen in and just talk.
Yes, Ali, we can see you anyway.
Okay,
I'm sure everybody on live can
you
see
can
you.
still see me.
Yeah, we can see you. And
Okay.
we,
So
yeah, have you got
okay, like what I was saying, I was saying that training children abroad is just so difficult. You
mm-hmm.
know, it's so difficult and challenging. I feel it's because of the way the abroad is structured. You know, it's because of the way abroad is structured. Everything is just one way. You know, when children come back from school, they don't have any other person to interact with apart from their phone, their iPad. You know, they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have any friend to visit. Do you understand? There is no cousin. There is nobody really around them. So I think that is
True.
why all they focus on is their phone, their tablet, their TV, and even the parents are also working. They don't have much time to spend with the children. You
Yeah.
know, they don't have much time to spend with the children, and that have a way of affecting the kids, because I have experienced both sides. That I was in Nigeria, now I'm abroad, so it's two different kind of structure.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
abroad, yes, abroad in Nigeria, there are so many, you're not even the only one training your child. You
True.
understand? Everybody, they have neighbors, they have family, you know, everybody will join you to train that child. But yeah, it's just one way, one life, and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
there is.
on my own opinion, I feel that just like when we were growing up, my mom, she have a way of dealing with us when she's angry or when we do something wrong. Hey, she will give it to us hot. So she might be hard, maybe like after some hours or the next day, she'll not come and be using style to buy you one chin chin.
Exactly.
How are
Of
you?
course.
Exactly.
So, it's always good for the parents to be two-sided. Not just one is cold, one. No, every parent, the mom should be two-sided. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
dad too should be the same.
So
You
there should be,
know, they said it's
there
the
should be
hand you use to beat a child. When you use the right hand, you use the left hand to draw the child back.
Jordan.
So when you
Yeah.
know that you have been hard, you have passed your message while dealing with that child in any way, either by shouting or any form way you know you can teach your children. So by
yeah.
the time you've done that, you also use that same the next hand that you use it to draw them close. So I feel parents should not just be cold totally or should be
Yeah.
hot totally. No,
It should be the
two-sided. Be
they
hot,
should have both
be
cold
hot when you are hot,
yeah.
and be cold
Cold,
when you
yeah.
are cold. There are sometimes that they will do some nonsense. You just okay. You
Straight
don't
away.
want to act that way to them. You don't want to give it back to them. You know, so it happens like that. So it's
True.
good for both parents to have those two sides: be hot and be cold. My
Cold.
parents were hot and cold. My dad will not talk, but you know that hey, when daddy hears this matter, hey, you know.
You will
So
cool down.
and in the kind of house, in the kind of home I came from, me, I even prefer they beat me because the kind of mouth they will use to talk to you, you will
Hey,
prefer beating.
Me
that
too.
was my mom
I
for
prefer,
you.
I prefer the beating. Though I normally get that
That
from
you
my
will
mom.
even prefer beating because my mom, she will call the whole world. She will talk to everybody. Hey, look at what they did. You know that I would say just beat me inside the house. Let's forget about
But
it.
that's the one way that we don't understand, because if
Mm.
you're looking back there now, you know the way people will now look at it and say that, oh, I was abused as a child,
Yeah.
I was this. The talking cures. I have this theory that talking cures. It's
Yeah.
better you speak to a child and that's what sticks to their head for a
Yeah.
longer time than you hitting the child. So
Mm-hmm.
it's better you talk. Like me, from when I was a child till now, my mom never ever raised her hands on me, but the word she speaks to me, it
Mm-hmm.
is there in my head till today. Even after living home for like 16 years, I
Mm-hmm.
can't mess up because those words she spoke were in there. Because what she
Yeah.
does is that early in the morning, you know that early morning sleep, that sleep
Mm-hmm.
want to sweet you. That's when she will wake you up. Come and sit down here. Then she will start telling you the
Yeah,
history of your life. I was like,
yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ. Please now. But I tell you, those words guide me. Coming to abroad as a teenager, no parents, my auntie that I was with was not a really good role model for me to follow. But those words that was instilled into me as a child, that was what hold me till this point, that I wasn't able to mess up. Even when I came to Europe, it was that point that I could just go crazy. Hey, I'm out of home, no parents, auntie is crazy, so me too, I can be crazy. But no, I couldn't be crazy because
Yeah.
mama has done her work of
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
So
me,
yeah,
you just
I
need
remember,
to talk.
even when I
I
remember,
tell you, They
I
may
remember
seem
growing
as if they are not listening, but they
up.
are listening.
I
They
remember
are
growing
Yeah.
up
listening.
as well. Like my mom will
But
wake me
but
up
but
5 o'clock in
sometimes,
the morning,
do
and
you
I'll be
know
like,
sometimes sometimes I feel, oh God, can I be able to train my children the
"Mm,
same way they really trained us? Because
boss,
that's
Oh
one
my,
thing we
that's
can't
my
really,
fear.
we can't even, that's one
That's
thing
my
I keep
fear.
telling myself. Can I be able to do 50% of that? Because we don't really know the value. It's because now that we are grown, that time we thought they were
No,
maltreating us,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
treating us bad.
Mhm.
So can
That's
we really do that to our kids? That's the thing now,
you know
you
one thing.
know.
One thing I normally say to my kids is this: that I used to tell them that come when they do something like, say for instance, now was it 2 days ago? I used my oven. The oven door was working perfectly, and they had this habit of cooking at different times because they know they can. Even my 8-year-old will prepare dinner for herself, like prepare indomie for herself. Like that's how much freedom they have. So my husband was like, this oven is not shutting. I'm like, what do you mean it's not shut? I used it this morning. I was working fine.
Oh
So
my
like,
goodness.
the oven door can't
Maybe
shut,
my phone has gone off.
and I knew it was one of them. So I was like, which of you use this oven and did not broke it? They're like, not me, not me. They had this habit of
of
not me, not
course,
me, not me, not me, not
nobody
me.
did
It's
it.
not you. I was
Spirit.
not the one. And me, I would go like, you guys you don't even know anything. Back home in Nigeria, when me I was growing up, we used to use firewood. Like you will go and look for you will blow the firewood for it to burn, and you have smoke in your eyes. You will cry for that fire to even burn before you actually put your food on the cooker. That you guys know, I used to give them that kind of story. And when I give them, all of them will just go quiet, as if I've given them the story of their entire history. They will disappear into their room, and me, I will not start feeling guilty that did I really need to say that to them? Because
No,
like
you did it.
like you wake up in the morning, I was the one waking up when your alarm was going off. You know, growing up older as well. I used to like, why is my mom waking me up at half 5 in the morning? I'm not due to go to school at 9 o'clock anyway, and I can afford to be late. But now the being waking up at half 5, like even waking up very early in the morning, is like a part of my life for me. Now my kids
Oh
now
yeah,
they wake up maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, and if I tell people outside that they wake 6 o'clock, like that's too early. I'm like, well, there's 5 of them in the house. Three are teenagers. Two, the two older ones because they are female, they will spend like maybe 15 minutes in the bathroom. And if 7 of us are going to shower in the morning before we leave us, come 15 minutes each. We'll be late.
of course.
So
Time
I
is gone.
kept telling them that you know what, you guys are having it easy now. The oven door is broken now. When they wanted to make their pizza, whatever in the oven yesterday, they they took this box of juice to hold the door. Because I told them that no, we are not buying like we are not buying any new oven. I was like,
It's
just
still a learning curve for them as well. So they should learn to
to learn. So I was
work,
actually quite
manage things,
surprised.
and do it.
I was actually surprised that my son was able to improvise. Like he brought one of the juice carton to hold the oven door shut while he was cooking his pizza. And I'm like, okay, that's how we will do it. We are not buying
I
any
tell you,
oven.
it's a learning curve for them because if you went to go and get the oven and fix it the next day, he will not use his brain to
No.
create another thing. So
Mhm.
sometimes you just don't need to like rush to fix
Definitely.
everything for them
Definitely.
because they will find a way to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because you remember we growing back at home, it's not
Mhm.
everything that we were taught. You have
No.
to use your number six to figure
Mhm.
some certain things out.
Yeah.
Like
True.
people sure was saying earlier that in abroad it's hard to train kids than back home because back home literally all your parents need to do for you is to make sure there's food in the house for you to eat. If you like, cook the food. If you like, don't cook the food. It's your own problem, but there's food in the house. So
Yeah.
we need to like leave them to like struggle to sort some things out because if
Mm.
you are too able to run to their needs and fix everything for them,
Even me,
when they
this
have
is-
become adults, they will
Yeah.
not be able to do anything. They will be looking for mama. Mama fix everything for me. Where is she now to fix it?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's good to give them that breathing space to
Mhm.
sort out what they need to sort out because
Yeah.
they will get to a stage where mama is not there. So
Definitely. I want
are you building them up to that point where
Mhm.
you will not be there for them? Or are you
Mhm.
just there overshadowing them too much, not
True.
letting them build self-confidence in them, having
Mhm.
that own the necessary skills they need to
Yeah,
live on
like,
their own.
yeah,
So you
true.
need to leave them alone. Like when
Mhm.
you were talking about giving them the history, I'll be telling you, if I was your teenager, you're telling them, it is not my fault that you were born in ancient of days. So don't bring your ancient of days life to come and be telling me you were cooking with firewood. I was born in the 21st century, so don't give me the lecture of your firewood cooking.
So this is
So
Yeah.
how it works.
I think, hi, hi,
Amazingly.
beautiful self. Thank you for
hello.
I'm so
this is
get
about to
freaked
get
out.
interesting. Full house, like
But
that's
you're
the
not
only
hearing me.
few of you take
Wow,
over.
how it works. Thomas.
Few of you take over. I've opened the
Hello,
floor
good
now.
evening. Good
Hi
evening.
there, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Thanks
So
for joining
that's
me.
it.
Mhm.
That's it. Good evening, sis.
F&S. Is that F&S?
Yes, you.
I don't think I know
We
you,
are,
I'm
we
M&S.
are,
watching
we are
it.
taking over
This
this
group.
channel today. Oh. That number 5, we are taking over the channel.
You guys should ride on. Ride on. You're all allowed. Ride on.
This thing was so
Ride
like
on because we are all
interesting to
behind
me.
this
I
event
was
for our
really,
kids.
really
Because it's a
like I
very
wanted to
interesting
see how
topic. I
this how
tell
it
you,
works.
everybody will
It's
want to
really
jump in
I
interesting.
was,
and
The
share
I
their
was
topic
own
is
having
little
a
so
shower.
knowledge.
I was having
powerful.
a shower this
I
morning when that
love the
topic just came.
way the three of you have been talking about it.
I'm feeling like it's my birthday. Oh.
Me, I'm feeling more as birthday. Oh my gosh, it's so interesting. I love it. We have to be doing more of
Of
this.
this. Yes,
It's so
yes,
entertaining, so educating, and
definitely. See,
it's really, really
we are even
what
could be
I
like
love to be
focused.
seeing on YouTube. I've learned a lot from your opinions and
Oh,
other things.
oh,
So,
thank
like, what I
you.
want to contribute,
Yeah.
bringing up children in Nigeria and Europe now in the modern years, I think is not really a bit different because I have a friend who work in bank. She's
Mm-hmm.
having more stress like the one I'm having here in Germany. You
Oh
know,
wow.
because she will have to take her kids to somebody. The husband is working, she's working too. It's not really, really easy. But I feel when we want our kids to really be having good character and good behavior with the parents, we have to be good example,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
husband and wife, we have to work hand in hand,
True.
you know, because there are some parents that will want to support the father will want to support the kids so that the kids will give them more love, or the mother
Yeah.
will be supporting. To have a good upbringing children, the both parties have to
We have
work
to
hand in
go and
hand. They
true.
have to work hand in hand. When the father puts a law, the mother have to stand by it
Not
too.
married.
Say,
Yeah.
daddy said this is how, this is
Yeah.
how. And
Yeah.
another thing, children in Europe, bringing them up in your own way and the way you want, it has to start from the root.
Yeah.
It has
True.
to start from baby. Don't look, she's a baby, is a baby. They are still
Mm-hmm.
very, very young. When you
No.
mix it at that foundation stage, it will be
Mm-hmm.
very, very difficult because when they start crash, start school, they will start to tell you the law.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you, as the parents, have already invest your law in your
Mm-hmm.
territory, which is at home, it will
Yeah.
be difficult for that to go away from them. That
True.
is my own opinion because the,
True.
the method I use, it worked for me.
True.
And
I quite agree with you.
once
I quite
again,
Thank you
agree.
so
thank
much for
you,
that
my
point because
people.
that's like a big
F&S,
point.
F&S is looking so beautiful. F&S, is this the way you look in real life?
I'm not looking beautiful. I'm just
You want that to
I've
look really nice
worked
now?
my ass 8 hours
She's,
today. I just come back
she's
from work.
chocolate. Oh.
You say what?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my
So
She
god.
don't, she
I
don't look like somebody I know. She's looking
oh
so
yeah.
different.
Hey, yeah, thank you so much. So, Mama Five, keep
Yeah.
repeating such videos. I'm very, very interested. I'm so happy that
I
I
don't
have
even
friends.
want to leave the day. I'm just enjoying it. As she said, this
I
video
woke
is
up.
1 hour.
I was in the
And
bathroom.
that is remaining
I
six
was in the
minutes.
bathroom
Let us
when
give
this
her
topic
time
came
to
into my
talk
head.
more.
I was having a shower when this topic came into my head, and I immediately I came out of the
Oh,
bathroom. I had to take a paper
We
and write
can't
it down
hear
because I
her.
don't want it
Hey,
to
your
fly off my
network
head.
is because
And
we
then I
can
was
hear.
thinking in my head, what am I going to talk about? Like, obviously, I'm a parent as well, and all these struggles, I'm still going through it. Like, you know what? My kids like, but
Okay, guys,
it's not this,
everyone
like,
can
that.
see
I'm
you
like,
and hear
no,
you.
how it
Okay.
works. So we
Now
go,
I have
we all
to
need to keep learning
listen.
because it's hard.
Let
Like
me
I was
check if
saying,
I will see it
when we
here.
were growing older, I used to think maybe the way my mom was treating me was harsh, but now I now know the importance of those things, and I'm trying to instill it in my kids. And when I try to instill it in my kids, to them, it looks as if I'm enslaving them, like
Yeah.
I'm enslaving them. There was a time I want to share a quick story. My mom came visiting years ago, and my son he hits a lot, like he hits a lot. So my mom saw him trying to cook 3 Indomie noodles. I think it was about 8 or 9 then. And my mom was like, 3 Indomie? Go alone? No, that's too much. She only eats 1 or 2. You know what? 2 weeks after, my son was like, Mommy, when is grandma going back to Nigeria? I was like, go and ask her yourself. When is grandma going back to Nigeria? She's telling you that you are eating too much. Why are you asking me that when is she going back to Nigeria? Oh, this part is about to be widened. Another person is coming on. Okay, now that is welcome.
You have 5 minutes left. Oh.
Favor.
Ah, it's another person.
Another person is here. So let the party continue.
Welcome.
Welcome, Isatu Studio. We are so happy to have you here.
Topic is
Yeah,
very
I'm gonna try, and
Hey,
I'm
I just
going
want to
low.
say one
I'm
point,
going
then
out.
I'll
Bye.
step down.
Favor.
So I just want to say one point, then I'll step down. What M&S Beauty was saying is something that we actually do. Psychologists will tell you that a child at the age of 7, his mental development is grown up already. So anything from that age of 7, if you haven't put it into that child yet, the rest is Gyara. Because at that age of 7, the child has already made up his mind on what he wants to do for life. So
Yeah.
if before the age of 7, you don't put the foundation you need to put, the manners, the way you want the child to behave, the good response you want the child to behave, you have to put it in his life before he reaches 7.
True.
Because from the age of 7 going up, child is now already making up his mind, telling you exactly what he wants
What
to
you
do.
want to
So that time, whatever you're saying cannot play
do.
any big role in his life anymore. So as parents, we literally need to forget that fact that he's a child, he doesn't know anything. No,
Exactly.
from when they start working till that 7, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't do your primary work, sorry, anything you want to do from that 7 upward, it's too
Mm-hmm.
late.
Mm-hmm.
God gives us the grace to be able to have kids that are obedient, that will listen. But trust me, the main work you need to do is
Yeah.
done before the child hits
Yeah.
7. So don't
True.
be saying that, oh, they are a child, they don't know this, they don't know that. They know everything. Psychologists will tell you, when you know the way men are,
Mm-hmm.
all men, psychology have proven it that they have a mindset of a 7-year-old boy.
Oh wow.
So even though they act everywhere, but
Mm-hmm.
there is that 7-year-old boy in every man you see.
Wow.
So it is no joke. If you miss that 7 years gap and you're
Mm-hmm.
coming to come and be shouting when they are 10, 12, my
Mm-hmm.
sister, you will shout till that kid don't come. So
Too
try
late.
your best.
Right.
As I'm talking to
All
you
right.
guys, I have not started yet, so I'm telling myself to to make sure I do my best that time.
When you actually start, you will be good. Like, and if God wants to do it, He will just give you 3 at a time. You know, do
Amen.
one
It's
journey,
already
get
late.
3 at a time. That will be very, very good with the practical. Trust me, it'll be very, very good with practical, you know. I mean, this is the knowledge that most of us, like for me, I never had it of this knowledge before I started. So I just started gathering the knowledge along the way. And I'm still gathering the knowledge because now at times when I do something, I'm like, am I the one who actually did that? So for the fact that you've got that knowledge, you would definitely do amazing with the practical. You would definitely do. You would
Thank you
definitely.
so much, host, for having me. Let me rush and go and have dinner.
Thank you so much for
Very
coming.
happy to see you. Please enjoy
Same
the
here.
rest of the show.
We
And my
will.
people, I will go and connect with Issue
Mm-hmm.
T Studio and M&S Beauty. This is my
Mm-hmm.
first time meeting you guys, and lovely to meet you guys.
And both of you
So we remain family.
also
Thank you,
lifestyle.
guys.
Please do make
Thank you.
friends. we are a platform on its own. So let's make this community massive. You know, let's
Wider.
support one
Make
another.
the community greater.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely,
I'll be in
definitely.
the chat box, but I'll just drop down so that I'll go eat. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries at all. No worries at all. Right. I don't want to hold you guys for long. I said we were going to be here for an hour. Somebody already ran off. Favor already ran off now. So, right. Satu, have you got another contribution to make before we round up?
Yes, my contribution, that's, like, I'm somebody that I never grew up with my parents, my mother, and my father.
Mm-hmm.
And so that father love, I have it on phone.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So I'm a person that when I was little, I grew up with my auntie. I cannot even because anytime I want to explain it, I get emotional.
Oh.
Because like when you grow up with your aunts and
Mm-hmm.
both your parents are outside the country,
Mm-hmm.
and they try to show you love, send to you everything. Why is this auntie of mine?
It's
They
taking it
always
away.
are telling for me, they will try to give it to their own kids.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
that's quite popular among Africans. Like I grew up experiencing something like not really happening to me, but I know somebody who actually experienced that. Like this friend of mine did not live with her parents. She did not know her parents, so she was living with an aunt. And I understand the fact that every time, like when her mom tried, same thing with like if there's a stepmother, if like a parent separates and maybe the child does not have the mother, and every time the child's mother tries to bring something, the stepmother is not allowing it. I don't know why that seems to be very, very common amongst home whereby both parents are not in. I clearly understand where you're coming from, and I'm really, really sorry you actually felt that way. I'm really, really sorry you actually felt that way. You know, I definitely understand where you're coming from. I do. I do.
So I'm trying to advise parents that
Mhm,
have gone through that that
mhm.
that should not be in them. That
True.
maybe they want to treat their kids the same
Yeah.
way that they grow up,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
that will not solve the problem.
It
You have
won't.
to give your kids 100% love. Like me now, I cannot give my kids even to somebody to take care
Somebody
of my.
else.
See them,
True.
they are following everywhere I go. I
True.
cannot give them, I cannot give nobody to take care of my kids because of what I go through when I was little. You know, like my cousin, there was when I enter Europe, because my auntie told me that I will never step Europe. You see, I will never see the door of Europe. My sisters, before I enter Europe, I sweat.
Mm.
My mother was calling me that I'm a African tourist, because I went to Nigeria, I
Mm-hmm.
went to Ghana. I roam and roam and roam. When
Wow.
I'm in the airport, I will have everything. Police will be running after me. You know that you have your visa. Just like when somebody give you hard luck,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hard luck. So it was so terrible, but now I'm strong. I thank God that now I
Yeah.
have two kids. They are
Yeah.
lovely. Then
Mm-hmm.
now they call
Mm-hmm.
me and they say sorry to me. I forgive them long time ago. So
Yeah.
in life,
Mm-hmm.
some people does those things to you. Because I know people that goes through this, but
Mm-hmm.
they do it the same. See, I come here again, they follow me. Yeah. Anywhere I go, they follow me.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people that what happened to me happened to them. They reflect it to their kids, which is very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Those kids, we are not there.
Yeah. True.
Kids does not tell your parents to live in Africa, but I know that yes, my parents come this side so
Mm-hmm.
that we have a good living. You
Yeah.
understand? So
True.
any
True.
parent that
True.
have experienced short things, please
Mm-hmm.
try to give your own kids 100% love.
Mm-hmm.
Love is love, because when you get old, those kids will
We
always
did
take care
one.
of
Yeah. True. True.
you.
I
They will
think
always be there.
we all experienced this. We all had several experiences so far, and I believe that our experiences while growing up always make us stronger.
Yeah.
And with your experiences, if once you are like you said now, when you have your own kids, based on your experience, before a spider will crawl near your child.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey.
Exactly. I definitely understand you. I mean, for the fact that you know that it's actually made you stronger, knows that you are a winner. Like you already won that battle already. So your kids will always turn out good, you know. So it's great having you on there, Isatu Studio. I really appreciate you. channel. I've not had the time to come check up on your channel, but I'm going to be doing that. I know this student knows.
No
Like,
problem.
had-
The last time yeah, I understand you said that you always have you go to school. So sometimes I understand. You
yes,
know,
I do.
in this family, sometimes we find ourselves we make family not
Mhm.
only in Facebook. YouTube is the strong
Yeah,
family
yeah,
because
true.
YouTube family is real. I
Definitely.
always say that BF family is not strong because there is fake.
There,
But
yeah.
yeah, when you make family, I have met a lot of people in YouTube that now we
Yeah.
communicate like I've known them long time.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Same here as well. Same here as well.
Yeah,
I have as well. Definitely, I have as
that's
well.
it. So
It's good.
if
It's
I
good.
if I saw your video pop out, I must go there to check to do
Oh,
my
yeah.
thing. That's it.
I'm a less beauty. That's what we
That's it.
want. That's what we want. Like
Yes,
empowerment. Empowerment. Maybe that's another topic we'll be doing again. Empowerment.
that's it. We have
That's
to
another
do it.
that is like I don't want to hold you all. It's over an hour as well already. Thank you so much, Amadeus Beauty Concept, for coming. Thank you, Isatu Studio, for coming. Thank you,
No
Comfort
problem.
for coming. Thank you, People's Show TV for coming. If you've not met this lady, please feel free to meet up with them, and we will catch up with one another in the next live. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, and we'll catch up later. All right.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.